very dangerous, dealing with desperate people who sometimes are cornered and don't want to go to jail and don't want to pay the price for what they've done.
It's summertime in Boston, and the heat has a way of brewing up a lot of crime.
Okay, yeah, if you want to stack up here on the left.
We'll walk up on the right-hand side, just buttonholes and go off the sidewalk.
Today, the Fugitive Unit has tracked down Anthony Howard, wanted on gun charges. Any warrant involving firearms means nothing will be left to chance. And the team covers every possible exit.
Good morning, sorry to bother you.
Somebody's making their way down the basement.
Okay, so unfortunately, Anthony's got himself into a little bit of trouble again. Is he home? You don't know if he is?
We're making our way to the second deck, but the mom is unsure if he's home or not, okay? Unsure if he's home. We're in the back hall now. Breathe! We got movement in the basement.
Side door, he come out the side door.
Side door.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground right now!
All right.
I got it, Mike. I got it.
All right. Nice job.
The Howard takedown was a success. But the shift isn't over. And the Fugitive Unit is right back to work.
First of all, great job the past couple days. I know we've been running it kind of hard here. You know, a few good arrests with Henry Coakley and then Anthony Howard today. You know, obviously, you know, our first priority is that fugitives, but anytime we can get a gun off the street during one of these cases, it's well worth it. You might have heard the broadcast. There was an armed robbery yesterday morning early at the Hess gas station. Two individuals, one they've identified as Omar Washington, pulled a female into the gas station, demanded money from her, and then allegedly pistol whipped her, beat her up pretty good, tossed her around in there. It's a particularly vicious armed robbery, you know, very violent. He's got a past assault on police, a past resistant arrest. So we just want to make sure we limit the chances of something going wrong. And, you know, God forbid we get into a situation where there's a shooting, then we have to win.
All those dogs looking at you, dude. They're ready to bite you. All those dogs right there. They're looking at you, dude. They're shaking their heads.
I'm not afraid of those dogs.
You sure? What do you think he was thinking?
I don't know, man.
Huh?
I don't. Let me just go in here and buy 7 bobblehead dogs. I'm just gonna throw it in the back of my car.
Officers Manny Canuto and Dia Rujo of the gang unit grew up in this neighborhood and know how these streets work.
During the summertime, people are out hanging around their blocks, and you can have gang members driving around. They see individuals that they have problems with. That's when it escalates to a whole nother level.
Victor K11, possibly 4 shots fired.
Might be serious.
In the corner of Cedar Street.
There's been a lot of activities in that area. A lot of shooting.
Shots fired in broad daylight on this block means another gang-related incident is all but certain.
Right here.
First responders have the scene taped off as paramedics tend to a young man who's been shot in the lower back.
You think you're back? You got a lot of blood there, man.
We got shell casing over here.
Got shell case?
Yeah, there's 6 over there.
With 6 shots fired by a rival gang. For the victim and everyone nearby, it could have been a lot worse.
I've asked any witnesses if they saw anything, and we don't get a good description, or we'll try to get information from the victim.
That guy's shot. He's being uncooperative. He doesn't know who shot him.
Manny!
Hold on, I'm just gonna talk to him for a second. Hold on. You guys didn't see anything? You see anyone?
These gang members, you know, usually they'll tell you they don't know the person. They don't want to tell you nothing.
Sometimes they want to do that because they want to retaliate on their own. It is going to carry over, and another incident's going to occur.
Detectives will handle the scene from here. Manny and Dee know these gangs and know what's in store. They have to figure out where the next shots will be fired.
Dealing with gangs, we know everything about them. We know who they're associated with. We know their girlfriends. We know where their mother lives. And we know their rival gang members' territory will hit the areas and put the pressure on that group.
A part of the reason I became a police officer was to help people. And help has so many different meanings. It can be the basic things like giving directions, or it could be something where you take an abuser out of a home or help a drug addict get to the road of recovery. It's kind of part of what we do. What's going on with you this morning? What's going on?
Nothing, I just got kicked out of where I was. So I'm just trying to get money for a room.
What's your name?
Malika.
Malika, Officer Penton. Dealing with people on the street that suffer from drug addiction, alcohol addiction, or homeless reminds me of my situation with my sister and the things that she's gone through on the streets, addicted to drugs. So a part of me has a personal connection to that type of situation. So this place that you were staying, it was a family's house?
Okay. I never really stayed in a shelter, never. It's always like an ID, and I don't have one.
Any issues with drugs, alcohol, anything like that in your past?
No, I've been clean for a long time.
Well, that's good.
Long time. And I happen to be pregnant too often, Miss Ma'am.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Meeting people like Malika reminds me of my sister. It makes me think of her sweet personality that has been diminished by her drug use and being on the streets.
Once you get a stepping stone and you get like somewhere, I mean, I have enthusiasm to making it get better. I just don't trust a lot of people. That's why I don't talk to many things.
I'll talk to my community service office. They might have some information on shelters that gear towards pregnant females and stuff. So I'll see if there's any more information. Well, first and foremost, you need to get your ID.
Yeah.
One thing I know is these services in the city, they're not gonna be able to help you if you don't show them who you are.
Okay.
I'll keep you in my thoughts and prayers as well, okay?
Please come back to see me.
Listen, if there's anything I can do, if you need something to eat, whatever, let me know, okay?
All right,
I don't want to see you out here, but I prefer to see that you show me your ID. Okay?
All right.
Okay, good luck.
All right.
You're not going to be out here right now anymore?
No,
okay.
I'm taking off.
Okay, go get something to eat, sweetie. The more she kept talking, the more my heart broke for that woman. She's been through a lot, and she still has such a positive attitude. It's just tough. I am going to see my sister Melissa this week. She's been in rehab, and I haven't seen Melissa in 4 months. It's easy to talk a good game, but it's a lot harder to follow through with it. You just never know what's going to trigger a relapse. In the back of my mind, I'm always a little bit worried that she's not going to stay clean.
The hunt for Omar Washington is on, and the Fugitive Unit meets to discuss the details of the case.
Omar Washington is described as anywhere between 6 feet and 6'4", somewhere around 240, 250 pounds, very muscular build. You know, he'll be somebody that we'll have to be very careful with. The second individual, they haven't identified yet, but...
He's a heavy-set black male, about 300 pounds, short, about 5'7".
There's a vehicle involved. What is it?
It's a black Durango, 2005.
Yeah, that's the girlfriend's car. She said something to the effect that he takes her car without her knowing sometimes.
He has a spare set of keys.
Yeah. So if he's in this Durango, we'll try to follow it. Remember when we box these cars in, you know, the major issue is like the crossfire. Keep in mind, if you're going to the driver's side, your buddy's probably going to be on the passenger side going that way. So, you know, just heads up on the crossfire there. That's it.
The Fugitive Unit heads out to look for the black Durango belonging to Omar Washington's girlfriend. Even if Omar's not with her, she just might lead them to him. Considering the nature of his alleged crimes, the target must be taken off the street before he attacks again.
Oh, there goes a Durango.
Mike, we have that Durango over here if you want to slide back. We're pulling up to that spot right now. Luke and I will be with you in a minute.
Okay.
Best case scenario is that she takes us to where he is.
With the car spotted near the girlfriend's house, and the full team in place, there's nothing to do but wait.
Hey, Sarge, I think that's her with the black bag there.
We observed the girlfriend walk out with a duffel bag, and a lot of times when people go on the run, they don't have a chance to grab clothes. The fact that she came out with that bag led me to believe that she may bring that bag to him
I see it getting in.
Just pulling out. Roger that, I got it. Straight on out. Cross the 8, straight on out.
Okay, she just took that right.
The Fugitive Unit is tailing the girlfriend of the dangerous and possibly armed Omar Washington. They hope she's on her way to meet him.
Take that left there, Winston.
And just go straight across.
Over here, Sergeant. I can see Joe over there. Joe, we're right behind you.
They went up that way.
They did?
Yep, for the hospital.
So we over here, Sergeant.
I can see Joe up ahead.
Can I clear the parking garage on the right? Guys, you want us to follow her to the garage?
Yeah, why not? If you can get one car in there, maybe Joe's car.
Why did she have that duffel bag with her? I mean, he could come, he has a set of keys, he could come and take this car from here, too.
Winston, if she gets out on foot in the hospital, can you get out on foot, too?
Yes, Sarge, I have that.
Hey, Sarge. Isn't that the lady there?
I see her, she's... Yeah.
When you're getting closer to target, obviously you get the adrenaline going, you're pumped up, and you have that sense of feeling where, you know, I'm gonna get this person today.
Looks like she was going right.
Winston? Yeah, if you want to just continue to follow her, I mean, if she leaves out of here, maybe she'll go to where he is from here, you know?
You gotta take that step back, think about everything that's gonna make this thing go right.
Looks like she'll be going in the main entrance. We got the 39 on foot.
Good, seemed good.
It did. Now,
Hey, Winston. Oh, she's visiting someone? Well, the concern is that she had that duffel bag, and it seems like she might be bringing that to somebody, and she left it in the truck, you know? But if you can get in the lobby and just try to I spy her coming out. Thanks, bye. Depending how long, we'll give it a little, see how long she sits in
if she's
there.
in and out of here, if it's in ICU.
Who knows, though, if it's her kid, she might stay here for 8 hours. Just wished I knew, like, is this a quick thing, or is it this all-night thing for her?
A few more minutes. All right, that's fine.
If you're not seeing what you need to see, you know, at some point, you just might have to reevaluate and maybe grab a different spot or, you know, a new location. So having done it a bunch of times, you know, you'll get a feel for whether you think it's going to be worth the effort or not. I think we're going to pull the plug on this because we don't know how long she's going to stay in there for. She can stay in there all night.
37, I have it. I'll let Winston know inside.
Nice kicks. What's going on? How are you? Can you? Ah, right there. Perfect. Don't move though. You're blocking my son. What's going on? Why are you out here?
Making money to pay my rent.
There's a woman I met out here. Her name's Malika.
Malika, nice.
Yeah. She said she was gonna get an ID. Has she been out here?
Actually, I haven't seen her. I came out here at like 5 o'clock. I got a big pocket full of change.
If you see her, just tell her I was asking about her, okay? So, it's tough because you want to believe people, especially when they're telling you they're going to do the right thing. And all you can do is try to give them the tools to help themselves. I wasn't sure when Malika was. She, you know, could have gotten arrested. She could have been, you know, God forbid, dead. Or she could have done the alternative and got her act together.
In the wake of a suspected gang shooting in Roxbury yesterday, the gang unit knows another shooting could be imminent.
So we're just trying to canvass the area. Look for anyone hanging around here.
D'Arujo and Manny Canuto head to the block of the rival gang in Dorchester, the probable site of retaliation.
If we don't do these sweeps to let them know that we're out there, they're gonna handle their business. They're gonna take that opportunity to shoot at each other. They don't pick and choose who it is. I mean, they go after the group.
What up, Rudy? Rudy, come here.
We've been dealing with Rudy for a very long time. He's associated with the Ave Mavericks. They've been a pretty active group. Firearms, drugs. They've been real busy driving the violence in the city of Boston.
No, it's been hot over here. We know there was a shooting over here the other day. Put your hand down.
Well, y'all stopping me now.
There was a shooting, huh? And your name came out. You know, and there was another one yesterday again. Rudy been bobbing around here a lot, man. The other night I stopped you late night, remember on the sidewalk? Remember that night? Nothing good happens, man. Just chilling out there like that. Nothing good happens, man. All right? Figure out something to do during the summer. So we just talking to him and seeing what's up. Let him know that, you know, the streets are hot and his group's hot.
And we're gonna give him a little attention.
Like the last couple of times I encountered him, you know, he's just been hanging around here. That's all I was telling him. You know, bad things are gonna happen.
Manny and Dee know the prevention of gang violence is a constant struggle. Sometimes it gets kids like Rudy off the streets. Sometimes it's just too late. Sergeant Detective Brian Albert and the rest of the Fugitive Unit are on the streets to find Omar Washington, checking the few known addresses they have intel on.
Hello?
A call from another department puts the mission on hold.
What time frame are you thinking?
The team's assistance is needed immediately.
Our work is a direct correlation to what happens out on the street on a regular basis. That was our captain from Brookline.
Shooting from Brookline?
Suspect pulls a gun out, points it at a kid in another car, and starts blasting him out the window. There's something else coming in on from Brookline PD, so we might have to juggle two things at once here.
The Brookline PD is given a possible address for a suspected gunman that has fled the neighboring town back into Boston after another shooting.
Suspect's in a black car in that area. Check this car here.
Yeah, that's a positive.
Stay with it for a minute. We're gonna see if it gets close to the house.
Red light is no, he's gonna go left on the street and towards the rotary. Wait, did you want me to get front and you're gonna get in the back?
Once we switch to 2 lanes.
Try to get in front of him. You guys have the eye right now.
Right, so
We have the eye.
That's his
That's
house.
his house, isn't it?
Yeah, just go past. Just keep on rolling.
He just pulled in.
You went to the back, across from where you are. That driveway goes all the way to the back to the left. Back this way out.
Go around, go around, go around.
Where's the male that just came up in?
When the incident involves a firearm,
Can you see all of this?
everybody has to be on the same page.
Target is on the second floor of that blue house. Okay, guys, so we're making our way up.
Get up! Fucking on the ground now!
981 in custody up in the second deck, okay? Do a protective sweep, Don't spit on me, brother.
Don't spit, man.
Don't spit on me is what I'm telling you.
Bottom line, nice job. Good job up there. All right.
A suspected shooter is in handcuffs, and the focus of the Fugitive Unit returns to Omar Washington.
For the Omar Washington case, the clerk had been pistol whipped during the course of the robbery. When those type of crimes are committed and really innocent victims are hurt, who isn't going to take that personally? If that doesn't piss you off, you know, I think you should be looking for probably a different job.
Lima 411?
421, there's a call reporting there's a male and female sitting inside of a white pickup truck. They've been there for the past hours staring at the callers. How is the passengers could be a white female?
411, I have that.
421, the caller just called back saying that vehicle just left the scene. The female is now driving it and the male is in the passenger seat.
I have that. I actually have eyes on that truck on Cummins Highway. I'll let you know if I get it stopped. What is this person doing? 411, I'm off with that Chevy truck, Cummins and Wood Ave. Hi guys, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Do you have your license registration? Awesome. Whoever it was, maybe some neighbors were just concerned they hadn't seen your truck in the area before, so they're just paying attention. I mean, everything's good with the registration and everything? Okay, I'll be with you in a second.
All right, thank you.
You can hold on to that.
Okay.
Thank you. She was really nervous, shaking all over the place, and I just felt like something was going on. Just that sixth sense that she wasn't being truthful and she was leaving something out.
Ma'am, will you just do me a favor and step out and talk to me for a second?
Sure.
Thanks.
So, anything wrong?
No, I'm just having a conversation with you. Okay. That's all. Just doing my job.
I'm like scared because two
No.
cops showed up, so I was like.
Well, he's gonna show up because I'm by myself, and there's two of you.
Okay, no, that's fine.
And I'm like 5'3". Take a deep breath. I need you to relax, okay? Okay.
No.
So if there's anything I need to know, if there's anything in the car, like if you're smoking weed or something.
No, I have. There is fake weed.
Okay.
There's fake
The
weed in there.
synthetic. Any pills or anything? Do you mind if I look?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Once she gives me consent to search the car, I'm on it. That's my opportunity to find, anything that's going to help me figure out the truth or what she's lying about.
There's some paperwork in the car with a different name. Okay, so she's giving me a false name. She's giving me half-truths, and so her license is no good.
As a police officer, we have discretion, and discretion is a difficult thing.
Come over here.
For me, I personally try to just be fair.
I'm very easygoing. Suspended license,
I have a
no,
suspended license.
no big deal. But you're gonna turn over a fake license? That's a whole slew of charges. Refusal to submit a license, providing a false RMV document. No. Don't even.
I have
okay.
2 IDs in my purse.
Okay.
I really do.
You had it out ready to give it to me. I'm not gonna play that game. So turn around for me. Put your hands behind your back.
You're really gonna
Oh yeah. I don't. Listen. Had you been honest with me, you would not be going away in cuffs.
As the day wears on, Brian Albert and Michelle Williams know the longer a fugitive like Omar Washington is left on the streets, the more unpredictable things can get.
We're going to Dudley Street. And that's his baby's mother's address. That's where he said he was staying, based on a few reports that I've read.
Attention all officers, be advised we have a 303 on District 11. We do have an officer that has been shot.
The hunt for Omar Washington is again put on hold, as the entire unit responds to a call for 2 officers shot. Everyone knows this address, as it's been a recent focus for officers of the gang unit.
There's somebody in the backyard. They can't locate him. There's somebody in the backyard. Behind the yellow house. They can't locate him.
While on the hunt for Omar Washington, the fugitive unit's been pulled away to respond to every cop's worst fear. A fellow officer's been shot.
You go back to, obviously, the marathon. Everybody saw what every cop did in the city. They all ran towards it. We're always going to do it. We're always going to run right towards it.
The shootings at a location Manny Canuto and Dia Rujo of the gang unit have been investigating this week.
Yeah, just keep giving it out. I got plenty of help on the way. They can't locate him. They may have made it all the way through.
The job is definitely dangerous. Any given day, you could run into somebody who's having the worst day of their life. I mean, it's very dangerous dealing with desperate people who sometimes are cornered and don't want to go to jail and don't want to pay the price for what they've done.
Securely crashed in here right now, but we're out there looking for one individual.
2 members of the Boston Police Department have been shot, but will survive. One of the suspects is dead. The other has escaped on foot.
The developing story in Boston.
Gunshots rang out just before 2 o'clock this afternoon.
The men who opened fire and shot 2 Boston police officers
Police say the 2 officers were doing surveillance in the area when these 2 men caught their eye.
The 2 individuals reached into their clothing. At least one individual pulled out a gun and fired at the officers. The officers returned fire. Both police officers were hit. The suspect in the shooting has been pronounced dead. He was identified via fingerprints as Rudy Hendricks, 21 years of age.
Well, y'all stopping me, man. Well, stopping to talk to you, man. It's on the right. We stopped him on the right. Remember you walked on the next one? Nothing good happens, man. Just chill out there like that. Nothing good happens, man. That day we spoke to him, he could have decided not to carry a firearm, but instead he wants to do the worst thing and shoot at a police officer.
For me, every kid, I hope goes off to college and becomes something someday, and unfortunately, it's not like that.
We try to do the right thing and try to get them out that lifestyle, I mean, you can't save them all, but you can save a few, and especially when there's so much out here to get your life involved in. We all lived over here, we all grew up around here, but we chose different paths.
And you had an option too, man. You had an option. At a certain point, you have to make that decision. Am I gonna keep on doing this, living the street life, or am I gonna change, you know?
3 days have passed since Omar Washington allegedly attacked a woman working the night shift at a Dorchester gas station.
All right, you guys want to bring it in a little tighter here?
So far, all leads have turned up cold.
We're gonna do this Omar Washington. I know we've been out in the surveillance for a couple days on it, so we're gonna hit 2 addresses at least. So you guys have all seen the photos. You have the packets on
Everybody have a picture?
So for 8 Fowler, that's the address on the warrant. We're gonna do a perimeter there and do that house like we normally would. There's 2 firearms from the incident that have not been recovered, so they're still out there. So we'll presume that, you know, that this guy could be armed. Anybody questions, concerns? All right. Any kind of violent crime that involves, you know, an innocent victim, especially a female victim, thoughts go through your head on about, you know, how scared she must have felt, you know, during the time of the incident. Honestly, I feel like I wish I could have been there for her, but I'm here now, we're here now, and, you know, we're gonna take care of it.
Out of options, the team splits up, trying again to put eyes on the girlfriend's black Durango and also the home of his mother. The fugitive unit knows. Eventually, everyone wants to go home.
Kevin, you guys at your spot?
34 out of Robert.
Is the car there?
And do either of you guys see the black Durango?
One negative on the L Street.
Not that worried about that because
No.
she's been moving that around a lot.
Right, it could actually be on a side street.
Yeah. Do you think the gym bag's in there still?
Oh, no, because she brought it to him the night that she went to the hospital. I don't think it's there. I think he's wearing the clothes from the gym bag that she was bringing.
So if the gym bag's in there, then what's the bet?
Um,
Because I'm going to say it's still in there.
I'm going to say it's not in there.
Doesn't mean she gave it to him.
We're not going to know, though, but our bet is going to be whether the gym bag is in there or not.
If it's not in there, I'll pretend that she definitely gave it to him.
She gave it to him.
But I'm going to say
it's not in there.
I'm going to say it's in there.
Okay.
Just like lunch, but not at the place that we all went yesterday.
Yeah, that was horrendous.
That was horrendous.
Yeah. So it's going to be yellow house up on the right. No Durango out front.
We can start getting out here.
On the back of your head, you know, because you know the circumstances of the crime, you obviously think to yourself, well, if he's going to be that violent towards an innocent female victim, then, you know, what is he going to do when he's up against the police in a situation?
We can start getting out here.
Tracking Omar Washington's girlfriend hasn't worked yet. So the fugitive unit tries visiting another woman who might bring them a step closer, his mother.
Hey, it's just the police. Hey, buddy, how are you?
After a search of the home, it's clear that Omar isn't there. A canvass of the neighborhood, however, does turn up something useful.
So I talked to somebody down the street, Michelle, and they say that he stays with a guy named Meats.
The fugitive unit hears the nickname of a man Omar Washington's been associated with in the past. Though only a nickname, it's a new place to start.
Well, it's Tuesday. Gonna keep an eye out for Malika over here. Look like my girl. I think so. I know all too well. Empty promises people in her situation make. What's going on, girl?
How are you today?
Did you take care of some business?
I had to come out of course, but I've been just walking around talking to people.
Did you look into anything we talked about?
I sure didn't. I just hung out with my girlfriend till 8 all day.
Don't procrastinate, girl.
I will.
You know what I mean?
But I'm gonna take off. I was kind of on my way somewhere.
Where are you heading to?
That way, talk to somebody at the liquor store.
If the person doesn't want to get help, or in Malika's case, if she is not ready or if she doesn't want to get clean or to get off the streets, then she's not going to. And nothing I say is going to change that. There is hope out there for them and help if they want it.
While most of the fugitive unit continues to chase Omar Washington in the field, Michelle Williams takes a different tact.
Omar Washington's wanted for an armed robbery that occurred at a gas station where the female clerk was pistol whipped. That bothers me. It just seemed unnecessary. It does make me want to look harder. We're probably missing something. Can of worms here.
Williams has 20 years of experience on the force. She's seen enough to know that when you're able to dig this deep, it means you're getting close.
I'm trying to see if I can find another address for him. I think there's just one more. I just have to see if I can figure this out.
Detective Williams hopes that uncovering the real name of Meats, Omar's suspected associate, will give the fugitive unit the lead they've been looking for.
Columbia Terrace. You have to stay focused. You have to pay attention, or you'll miss that opportunity to find him. Hi, I think I found another address for Omar that we haven't checked yet. Because they gave the same address at one point. It's actually, it's going to be in Cambridge. That could be the connection there. Okay. It may take a couple of days, it may take weeks or months. I don't give up, though. I figure something else out.
Four months after helping her sister enter a rehab facility in Florida, tomorrow, Jennifer Penton will visit her for the first time.
Melissa has been through a lot of treatment facilities and hasn't completed any of them.
Something happens, yeah, it's like God says, well, I'm gonna put you right back in your place. There you go. Here's some more, up more. Have fun.
Well, is it God that puts you in that place or some decisions that you've made? I'm just extremely nervous. I have no idea what she's gonna look like or who she's gonna be like. I haven't seen Melissa since I said goodbye to her in front of the treatment facility.
I love you. All right, honey. I'll be back. Be good, okay? I love you.
Hey, so we'll just talk this over real quick. It looks like Michelle got a little more info on the Omar Washington thing. A new address came up, Columbia Terrace in Cambridge. Maybe Joe and Winston, if you guys can kind of get an eye on it, see what you see out there. With Omar Washington being on the run for so long, we have to make sure everything is covered. I'd like to stick with the girlfriend for a little bit. It's not confirmed if they're still together or not, but just a few more things that I want to check out. Okay. If I feel like I've missed something or we didn't have a chance to stay with something, then I can't let go.
Michelle Williams and Brian Albert head back to the girlfriend's house to keep all their bases covered. Winston DeLeon and Detective Joe Marrero head to the address Williams uncovered in Cambridge.
You have to make a decision, you know, who's important, what addresses are important. My job is to make the right decisions at the right times.
The last time I was here, I was, not sure how long she would stay in the program, if she was going to finish the program.
I figured that I might as well take the first step, and I thought this would be the only way.
I think it's going to be good for her to know that she has support and that we're ready to move on to the next step for her.
Will you help me?
Of course I'm going to help you. Oh, my God. For the past 10 years, she's been like a shell of herself, and it's up to Melissa to stay clean. She is the sole person responsible for her recovery.
Oh, my God.
Hi. Hi.
Oh, my God.
Hi, sweetie.
Jennifer Penton and her sister are together again, 4 months after Melissa entered a rehab facility in Florida.
Melissa looks wonderful. Happy, smiling, healthy, like a new person.
I've been here for 4 months. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah? I don't think I've ever seen her just so alive and happy and healthy.
So glad that I'm here. It helped me so much. The work that I've been doing, I've really been busting my ass doing this, you know what I mean? Because I realized that, I don't want to ever go back to the way I was, you know what I mean?
And it's awesome.
I know, it's changed. I changed a lot.
I can tell. I can see it. Now we look more like twins, I feel like.
I know. I was looking at you, I'm like, that's my sister?
Are you?
Are you?
Yeah.
After almost a week of searching for Omar Washington, the Fugitive Unit is split up. Brian Albert and Michelle Williams focus on Omar Washington's girlfriend. Winston De Leon and Joe Marrero have eyes on a possible address linked to one of his associates.
That's not the target?
I wasn't sure. That he definitely has the height there.
He has the height and the size.
But he's walking up this way.
I gotta try to tuck in.
It's a little
Look
heavy.
older, right?
No, stop.
See him?
Yeah, back up a little. They get into a car up there on the left. Yeah, keep going.
That's him.
All right, just a heads up. We observed someone fitting that description.
That's a positive ID?
Yes, Dodge, affirmative. That's a positive ID.
Can't lose our car, Joe.
Obviously, try not to get made.
If they see you, I don't care. I want you to stay with it anyway, all right?
Yeah, is it going towards the city, do you think?
Yeah, it looks like he is. Make it right here. Make a left, kill the lights. He's pulling over.
If he stops, then you guys
have to box that in, okay? All right, we're doing it now.
Hands up, bro. Open it up. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good.
Here. Move this track. 39 to the 981 in custody, Sarge. In custody.
Got it. Come on out. Hand behind your back. Other hand behind your back.
Omar Washington is off the streets.
People are counting on us to find that person, and it is a good feeling when you end up getting them.
You know, you feel like, wow, we worked hard on this for, you know, X amount of days or weeks. We made an arrest safely, nobody got hurt. We're happy when we do good, we evaluate it, and then we move on.
Good job, Winston.
Thanks, Michelle. Good job, Phil.
A lot of people here, huh? Guys are warming up. Good luck. I'm out here watching you guys, all right? What's up, man? What's up, man? How's it going? Good. What's you gonna lose?
Nah,
Today you gonna lose?
You're gonna lose.
What's up?
Manny and Dee know the only way to keep the next generation from making the same mistakes they see on the streets is to get to them early.
Try to talk to these kids. You know, I'll play basketball with these kids. I'll, you know, let them know I'm here if they have anything to ask, any questions. Showing them there's other options instead of just being part of a gang.
We're not gonna be friends right now, okay? We're gonna be friends after the game, after we win.
It's a different story. That's a big if.
I'm just happy that us and you guys keep doing this once, twice a month. It's a good feeling. Like I was telling a couple guys here, I remember when this park used to be real bad. Just to come out here and play with you guys, I mean, you can see it. The police officers are here, the higher-ups are here. You know, the sun's going down. Everyone's just out here having a good time. It's a pleasure. Alice, you go down low. Right. Well, here you go, here you go. Oh, that's all.
Oh, my God!
So did you have a good day?
Yes, I did. I had an awesome day. I'm really glad you came.
Thank you for having me. I'm so proud of you, honey. You're doing amazing.
Thank you.
Just keep doing amazing. Keep focusing on the things that you're working on being happy and the goals that you set, and you're gonna do fine.
Okay, I'll
It's
call
good
you.
to see you, sweetie.
I love you.
I am just happy and excited for her and just really believe that this is gonna be it, that this is the beginning of the rest of her life. Call me soon.
I will.
All right, bye, honey.
Bye.
Melissa's going to stay in Florida to continue her treatment while Jen heads home. Some may think hope is a hard thing to hold on to if you're a police officer. But to them, it's everything. On the streets with the kids who need the most. In their endless hunt for clues. And with their families. They hang on to hope. And they use it to do the job they wouldn't trade for anything.